Hey, what's up, everybody? And welcome back to episode number 3 of CGRcast.com presents Fuck That with your favorite wizard, Danny Aces. For those of you who are wondering what that song is that plays during the intro and the credits of the show, it's one of my favorite songs called Misguided Fools by a band named Silent Generosity, whose frontman happens to be none other than the guy who puts the R in CGRcast, Mr. Ryan Parisi. So guys, if you like this song or you're loving it like me, definitely get over to iTunes and pick it up, only 99 cents. Come on, what else you gonna do with $1? Get a cup of coffee? Fuck that. Go get the song. Anyway, coming in at number 3 this week on my Fuck That list is a mom who's getting all up in arms because her 8-year-old daughter's teacher gave the daughter an award he calls the Catastrophe Award, which is an award that he gives to the student who happens to have an exaggerated, unbelievable excuse for not doing the homework. Hence the Catastrophe Award. Now, I'm sure you're wondering who made the list, the mom or the teacher. Well, it's not the teacher, and I'm going to tell you why. Because after reading the article, it's definitely apparent the teacher is not doing this maliciously. He's obviously just trying to lightheartedly bring to attention the fact that, you know, they need to do the homework, and obviously the excuse that they're given is a little bit exaggerated or possibly totally made up. So instead of being a douche, because what, these 8-year-old kids, so she's in what, first, second grade or something like that? You know, so instead of being a douche and, you know, coming down, you know, punishment and stuff, you know, he's you know, being a little comical about it, but also, you know, letting them know, listen, you gotta do your homework, you know? But the mom, of course, has to go up in arms, and she wants her 15 minutes of fame, and I'm sure sooner or later she's going to come out with a statement stating that the Catastrophe Award is bringing some sort of mental or emotional harm upon her daughter, and she's probably going to want a lawsuit. Fuck that. Seriously, fuck that. You gotta be kidding me, okay? She's spending all her time in front of the camera demanding the school take some sort of corrective action against the teacher instead of taking the time to deal with the issue that's truly at hand. And that's the fact that her daughter's not doing her homework. Why don't you take your time instead of staying in front of a video camera like a celebritard and actually handle your business being a mom, okay? Sit down with your daughter. Ask her what's going on. Maybe she doesn't understand the content, and maybe she's embarrassed by that, you know? Maybe she doesn't, you know, maybe she doesn't understand but doesn't think to ask for help. Or maybe she's just lazy. Who knows? But you won't know until you sit down and be a mom and help her with her homework, you know? Help her, you know, walk her through it. Help her with assignments. Stay on top of her. Make sure she's doing her homework, you know? I mean, that's the bottom line here. That's the real issue at hand. But no, you'd rather have your 15 minutes of fame, and you're probably going to want to get paid $500,000 for it too. You got to be kidding me. Fuck that. Be a mom. Get down to business with your daughter. Take care of business. Instill in her the right, you know, the right behaviors, you know, to do the right thing in life, instead of instilling in her that the second someone offends you or, you know, does something you don't like, jump in front of a video camera and get your payday. Seriously, fuck that. That brings me on to number 2. Speaking of schools, my old high school, Longwood High School, located right here in Long Island, New York, suspended student Jessica Barber for a video that she made. The video brings brings light to a topic that definitely needs awareness, and that's bullying. You know, there's definitely a big problem with bullying in this country. It's getting worse and worse, and children are getting bullied to the point where they feel they have to take their own lives, and they're doing just that. Now, it's a very controversial issue, and people are taking all different sides on it. Some people take the side that the bully should be prosecuted and face the consequences of their actions. Other people are taking the side that, you know, the kids who are getting bullied should just, you know, lighten up and you know, just get over it. I think the truth falls somewhere in the middle. I think everyone needs help. I think the children that feel they need to bully need help, and I think the children who are getting bullied and feel they can't talk to anybody need help. So I think it comes down to the school should implement more programs to do just that, to help the children who need to bully and help the children who are getting bullied. But in any event, this student Jessica Barber decided to make a video to bring awareness to this, you know, this epidemic that's going on. And in the video, at the end, she does act out killing herself. Now, this is why the school decided to suspend her, because of that. Longwood High School, fuck that. Are you serious? In a day and age where a 16-year-old high school student, the average 16-year-old high school student, is busy making videos of them partying, doing drugs, drinking, smoking, playing stupid games that they could possibly lose their life with, and doing all this stupid shit, Here you have a student who's actually doing the right thing and bringing awareness to a topic that needs to be made aware of, and you're going to suspend her for that. Fuck that. Are you kidding me? Fuck that. Seriously. If you guys didn't like the way the video ended, how about bring her into the tech department and helping her make another one that maybe has a softer ending, or an ending that doesn't actually play out to full suicide? You know, the fact is, this is still a topic that needs to be made aware of, and if we keep just keep sweeping it under the rug, it's just going to get worse and worse. I think we've all learned our lesson in this country on things that we just sweep under the rug. They eventually get worse and worse. So it's time that the issue needs to be dealt with head on, and I applaud Jessica Barber for doing the right thing and making a video to bring awareness to that. And Jessica Barber's family did not take this lying down. Her dad marched right into the school office and demanded they revoke his suspension, and that's exactly what happened. The school revoked his suspension and actually took it off a permanent record, and I love the dad's response when he came out of that meeting. Of course, the media and the press are right there, and they kind of asked him some sort of comment about how he feels about his daughter, and he turned to the camera and said, "I'm a proud father." Damn right you are, Mr. Barber. I'd be a proud father too. Jessica Barber, you definitely win the Danny Ace's Way to Be award for doing the right thing, alright? Keep your chin up, keep going, keep doing the right thing. I hope to see great things from you in the future. Long in high school, fuck that. Get over it. Help him make a video that's a little bit soft if you think that's what it needs to be. But definitely don't sweep this under the rug. Do the right thing. That rolls us right into number 3, right into number 1, guys. Mom named Catalina Klauser, who decided to take her 5-month-old daughter out with her while she drank and partied. This is another serious problem that we have. I understand things happen and teenagers get pregnant. It happens. If you're not ready to be a mom, if you're not ready to give up your partying lifestyle, okay, then put the child up for adoption. Don't, you know, the child didn't ask to be born into this world. You decide to go have sex. You decide to get pregnant. Okay, you could either give the child up for adoption to give her best chance, or if you want to give her best chance, then sober up, do the right thing, and be a mom. Okay? It doesn't mean you can't have fun, but it does mean you can't drag her out drinking and drugging. But that's what she decided to do anyway. And when she left the friend's house for the night, she put the car seat on top of the car, I guess to get her keys out of the bag or whatever she was doing. And I'm sure you can see where the story's going if you haven't heard about it already. She drove off with the car seat on top of the car. After about 400 feet, the 5-month-old in the car seat, strapped in, thankfully, the car seat rolled off the roof. And thank the Lord, nothing happened to the baby. The baby's no worse for the wear. You know, no broken bones, no, you know, maybe a scratch or two. I didn't hear about that. But, you know, she's not injured in any way. Thankfully. But the mom, Catalina, drove for 12 miles. 12 miles. Do you realize how far 12 miles is? 12 miles before realizing her daughter wasn't in the car. And by the time she got back to the scene, thankfully someone was around, called the cops, and the cops were waiting, and obviously they took her in. Fuck that. There's actually 2 fuck that's that have to go out for this story. The first one, obviously, to the mom, Catalina. Fuck that. Get your shit together, be a mom. If you don't want to be a mom, your daughter's still young enough not to remember you, put her up for adoption, and do the right thing. She didn't ask to be brought into this life, into this world, okay? But she deserves the best that she can possibly get. And if you can't do that for her, give her up for adoption. Or do the right thing, get your act together, and be a mom. Seriously. Fuck that. That story could have had a real horrible ending if God forbid something happened to that little girl. But thank God it didn't. So fuck that, Catalina. Get your shit together, give her up for adoption, and party your life away, or cut the shit and get back to being a mom. The second fuck that goes out to the media covering this story. I'm getting real sick of all these stories that in some way involve marijuana, and all it is all marijuana, pot. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying people should go out and smoke pot, okay? I don't think it should be illegal, but that's just my own personal preference, and that's a whole different topic for a whole different video. But what the story fails, well, the story does mention it, but it's a little blurb at the very bottom of the story, is the fact that she was heavily drinking as well. I dare anyone who watches this video to go to any news site you can go to and find any story of someone who was just smoking pot, getting into car accidents, hurting somebody, forgetting their kid on top of the roof of the car, or doing something like that, okay? I dare you to find a story like that. It only happens when they're drinking, okay? Because drinking and driving don't mix. I'm not saying smoking pot and driving don't mix, but what I'm saying is the real culprit here is that she was drunk off her ass. That's really what happened. She was drunk off her ass, and I'm sure the pot didn't make it any better. And I'm not excusing that, and I'm not saying people who just smoke pot should be able to take their kids out and smoke pot and do all sorts of things. I'm not saying that either. Don't get me wrong. Don't misquote Danny Aces. But what I'm saying here is instead of the media bringing to light the fact that people are partying in general and doing this, of course they got to do the media thing and just, oh, pot, bad pot, evil pot, this, that, and the other. There are plenty of people in this country that smoke pot and know how to handle that shit and know how to deal with life and not bring other people into harm's way by doing what they do. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. So fuck that to the media for focusing only on the fact that she was smoking pot and not the fact that the story was more about the fact that she was smoking pot than it was that she left the kid on top of the car or that she was drinking heavily as well. So media, fuck that. Catalina, fuck that. Get your shit together. Get back to being a mom or put her up for adoption and party your life away. Whatever you want to do, but don't put that little girl in harm's way. Come on now. Fuck that. Get your shit together. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of CGRcast.com presents Fuck That. But hey, I don't want you walking away thinking Danny Ace is just a guy who's all negative and just shitting on everything that's bad and not giving a shout out to stuff that's good. So I want to bring you a story about a guy named Jeff Blackwell, who's a garbage truck driver. And I believe the story said Ohio. A little foggy in my mind now. I was watching it this morning. But I believe the story says he's from Ohio. And what Jeff did is he was driving in his garbage truck, and he was driving down the street, and out of the corner of his eye, he saw a mom with a baby in a stroller turn the corner, and somehow the mom slipped or tripped or something, and the stroller got out of her hand and started going down the hill. And Jeff went right into action. He got the garbage truck going, got up next to the stroller, and in every single intersection, he was making sure he was honking the horn to keep cars from coming into the intersection. And when he noticed that the stroller was starting to kind of veer off to a corner, he quick pulled the garbage truck into the intersection this way no one could come through, jumped out of the truck, and between him and another passerby were able to get to the corner in enough time to stop the stroller and save the baby, and also for the mom to catch up and be able to get her baby and go home. So Jeff, you definitely win the Danny Aces Way to Be award. Good going for doing the right thing, quick thinking, and doing the right thing, man. Good job, Jeff. Anyone who's Jeff Blackwell, garbage truck driver who saved a baby in the carriage, let him know. Danny Aces said way to be. All right, guys. So I definitely, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this episode of CGRcast.com presents Fuck That. Hey man, like I said, if you guys see any stories in there that get you, see any stories on the news or on the web, or you just see something that happens in real life, man, email me, give me the link, or just let me know the story. It may be just something I haven't heard of yet, and it could appear in a future episode, alright? And hey, if you want to contact me, you can reach me on Facebook at facebook.com/IncredibleDannyAces. You can email me at DannyAces@ymail.com, or you can follow me on Twitter at Danny_Aces. Although, like I've said, that is a waste of time because I am never on Twitter. About once a month there. But hey, when I do go on, if you do tweet something about me, I will follow you. I will tweet back, and I will get back to you eventually. But it's better to get me on Facebook or email, guys. Hey, also, don't forget what started this whole revolution. Head over to iTunes to get the latest episode of CGRcast, the podcast. I lost my train of thought there for a second. Head over to iTunes to grab the latest episode of CGRcast, where 3 underappreciated bastards will definitely keep you entertained. I know they definitely keep me entertained. New episodes come out every Monday and Thursday. You can check them over at Facebook.com/CGRcast. Guys, it's a little late tonight. I'm a little tired recording this, but like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And hey, remember, next time you see something out there that gets you shaking your head, get right in its face and tell them, fuck that. Tadas!
But in the morning there's a warning in my head, reminding me of all the shadows in my bed. Well, it's my voice, yeah, it's my choice to see this through.